Hello dear followers of my channel Hype Celebs, welcome to my channel. Hande broke the good news about Kerem, whose heart stopped during surgery through tears. All the details are in my news. Before moving on to my news, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Open notifications and press the like button. Stay tuned to my channel. Kerem Bürsin, one of the most talked about actors of recent times, recently came to light due to a major health crisis. The famous actor's heart stopped during an angiogram. These terrible moments have plunged both his family and his fans into deep concern. However, thanks to the quick and effective intervention of doctors, Kerem Bürsin came back to life. The cardiac arrest that occurred during surgery initially created great anxiety. Kerem Bürsin's doctors intervened quickly after the incident and saved the actor's life. However, after this incident, there was great curiosity about whether there was any damage to his brain. Fans and family have long expressed concern about Bürsin's health. Here, finally, the long-awaited good news has arrived. It was announced that there was no damage to Kerem Bürsin's brain. This came as a great relief to both Kerem's loved ones and his close circle. At that moment, everyone, especially Kerem Bürsin's girlfriend Hande, took a deep breath. Kerem Bürsin's doctor and girlfriend, Hande, made an important statement to journalists in front of the hospital. At the press conference, Ursel said through tears, "Today we received very good news about Kerem's health. As a result of tests carried out by doctors, it was decided that there was no damage to his brain. We are all very happy and comfortable," he said, experiencing an emotional moment. The tears that welled in Hande's eyes during his statements once again revealed how deep his concerns were for Kerem Bürsin's health. Ursel had been closely involved in Kerem's treatment process for a long time and had been a great support to him. Kerem Bürsin, who recently left the hospital and settled at home, has begun his recovery process in accordance with the recommendations of his doctors. It was stated that the star player will continue to rest and pay attention to his health for a while. At the same time, Kerem's fans shared their joy and good wishes on social media, once again showing their support for Bürsin. Kerem Bürsin's recovery was a source of great joy for both his family and his fans. Bürsin is expected to return to new projects and screens in the near future. The famous actor, who will continue to rest for a while to complete his health process for now, is eagerly awaited for his steps in the next period. It is known that the relationship between Kerem Bürsin and Hande has also attracted a lot of attention recently. The support the couple has given each other during this difficult time appears to have made their relationship even stronger. Fans continue to follow the famous couple's every moment on social media, and Kerem's recovery has doubled their happiness. This good news about Kerem Bürsin's health today was a turning point. It seems certain that both Kerem Bürsin and Hande have come through this process strongly and will move forward together even stronger. According to the latest information we have received, Kerem Bürsin's health status continues to improve. However, it was stated that the famous actor needed to remain in intensive care for a while longer for the recovery process to be fully completed. Although Kerem's condition was stable after the cardiac arrest that occurred during angiography and subsequent interventions, doctors recommended that he remain in the hospital to meticulously monitor each stage of the treatment process. Doctors made statements regarding Bürsin's health status, saying, "When Kerem's heart stopped, a situation occurred that required serious intervention. However, he is currently stable and all tests are positive. However, he had to remain in intensive care for a while longer. If there are no complications, he will soon be transferred to his room and given more rest," he reported. Kerem Bürsin's fans are following with concern every development related to the health status of the famous actor. although the fact that he will remain in intensive care for a while makes his fans nervous. Statements from Kerem's girlfriend Hande and positive comments from his doctors provide some relief. Hande said, "Kerem's condition is stable and he is starting to recover. But following the doctor's recommendations, he will remain in the hospital for a while longer. We all have hope and pray for his recovery," he said. Bersen's family and close circle are also supporting his treatment process more than ever. While Kerem Bürsin's health status has become a major agenda for his family, close friends, and fans, everyone continues to pray for the famous actor to regain his health. Although Kerem is still in intensive care for part of his health process, the entire treatment team is doing their best for the famous actor's recovery. Doctors say that after Kerem regains his health, he will need more rest and time for his body to recover. However, the positive evolution of the recovery process is a great source of hope for Kerem's fans and loved ones. If Bürsin is released from the hospital soon, he will spend his treatment at home and is expected to return to the field as soon as possible. The period that Kerem Bürsin spent in intensive care continues the uncertainties about the state of health of the famous actor for a while longer. However, according to the statements of all doctors, the actor's condition is improving little by little. After the difficult process he went through, Kerem's body has begun to recover again. Still, doctors continue to carefully monitor every step of the treatment process. During Bürsin's stay in the hospital, his girlfriend Hande also visited the hospital frequently. Occasionally informs his followers about Kerem's health status on his social media accounts and expresses his support for him. Hande included the following words in his latest posts: "Kerem is improving every day. But his health is the top priority and I am with him throughout his treatment process." On the other hand, Kerem's family was always with him throughout the treatment process. His parents went to the hospital and tried to keep his spirits up. Family members expressed confidence that Kerem will regain his health soon. Doctors say that if there is no delay in Kerem's recovery, he could be discharged from the hospital within a few weeks. However, the actor will need a long period of rest before he can return to the screen in good health. After Kerem Bürsin regained his health, his fans are eager to see him again in their projects. The actor's success in projects that have had a great impact in recent years has caused his fan base to grow even more. Kerem Bürsin is expected to participate in new projects once he regains his health. Kerem Bürsin's health is improving day by day, but his doctors advise him to be careful until he fully recovers. Although his time in intensive care was a difficult wait for his fans and family, the positive news has boosted everyone's morale.